right. Okay. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I'm your favorite host tonight, Mr. Prashan 757. On my left hand side, we got Mr. Ronald 757. Down the bottom, the man of the hour, 5 Josh. Um, this is YouTube. Hold up. This is YouTube. No, this is StreamYard on YouTube TV. If you don't have YouTube TV, go ahead download it. The subscription, And also, official sponsor brought to you by Brothers Restaurant. Come on in, come on in. Get you some good food. Listen to some good music, comedy shows. You go ahead. Tell them, Josh. Tell them. Preach it on, Josh. Tell it. Tell it.
Everything you just said. Good food, music, comedy shows, good atmosphere. What I'm saying? All located in the city of downtown Norfolk.
And shout out to Tony Brothers, man.
Shout out
I
to
pre-
Tony
I
Brothers.
appreciate I
Good
appreciate
guy.
what you did. Take a picture of my dad,
Good guy.
and also showing the restaurant a good time.
Mhm.
I ain't gonna lie to you, no bull junk. It was good. Good food. That chicken, platinum. I don't know
Platinum.
what I don't know what you putting. I don't know what y'all putting in chicken, but platinum.
Platinum.
Josh and blanked out on somebody. Anywho, for the viewers watching, Josh, he be back. Okay, NBA Summer League, Week 1. Victor Vim wakes up for Game 2 against the Hornets. Not, I was 27 points, better than 4 points. Okay, but let's see if he can run with the NBA on the actual NBA team.
Sean, I think he can, man.
You-
No, I don't
you
like
said-
how they. I don't like how they shut him down at the at the
That was
end of
crazy. That was crazy.
They shut him down for the rest of the summer league. Not a fan of that,
That's terrible.
but I think he's proved that he can play with the best of them. Now he's gonna have to have some muscle because he can't be getting dunked on by Giannis and then beat in the paint. But I mean, I thought he did well, man.
I thought he did well too, but it was just like I was shocked they actually shut him down. Like you said, they actually shut him down.
I mean, he admitted he didn't know what he was doing first
Mm.
game. Second game, he came out
Mhm.
to, show what he did in France, man. So we'll have to see him in preseason if he plays.
Okay. For the viewers watching, Josh said he had to get a call. He had to get off the call, so hopefully he be back on.
All right, I'm gonna remove him for now.
Okay. So he be back on hopefully soon though. But like you said, I was kind of like impressed with 27 points, but he, like you said, he really got shut down though for the whole summer league, like you said though.
I mean, yeah. So other than that, I've been enjoying watching. I've really been enjoying watching the Rockets play. I ain't gonna lie.
They look good. Summer
But
league. I'm just talking about. So they look good. Summer league. They look good. Summer league though. No lie.
Yeah, Jabari Smith, man. Give him some more minutes, man. Give Jabari some more minutes.
I mean, shoot, they need to
NBA.
shoot.
And Cam Whitmore,
Mm.
how did he fall from the top 10 to 20?
That's what I said. That don't sound right.
So the Rockets, I mean, new coach, players are kind of the same. We'll see. We'll see what they do. I mean, they got Dylan Brooks. I don't know.
I don't know how that gonna work, man. I don't know how that gonna work.
But I like the youth of this team. I also enjoy watching Amani Bates play at the Cavs.
Y'all look good too. Summer league team, y'all look good.
Yeah. Um, Scoot Henderson playing for the Blazers. He looks great. I guess they're gonna get rid of Lillard. We'll have to see.
He's still bidding for Miami though.
Well, I already know with the Blazers. The Blazers, I mean, they should be looking to trade him to Miami since he wants to go there.
I mean,
They're
might
not
as
really,
well.
but
It don't
they're
make
not
sense.
really obligated to.
I heard Miami got another big man in the from the Lakers. I think that's what I've been hearing. I don't know if that's true or not. Because I did say we need another big man though. So it's called. We got somebody from the Lakers. I don't know from like a free agency signee or something like that though. But you know. Because I was like, wow.
Yeah, but I watch a lot more summer league than I thought I would this year.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't get into summer league that much,
Right.
but it's been enjoyable.
It's been like it's like watching like N1. It's like watching freaking what's that joint? It's sort of like watching like street ball. Where Owen go? Where he go?
I'm just still here.
Oh, okay. So it's very entertaining though, huh?
Yeah, it is entertaining. And now, well, after the summer league's over, got preseason, and then October's when the season starts. So
college football season.
College football season, NBA season, NFL season. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, this app you told me about, I'm looking at it right now.
The app that he's talking about is Threads. Follow us on there.
It's like Twitter and Instagram mixed together, bro.
Link in description.
Oh, put it in the comments too. Put it so people know. Like like in the chat, if it pops up,
I don't know if I can.
Yeah, it's like Twitter, man. No lie, it's like Twitter. Yeah, 'cause Threads is like it's like a Twitter and Instagram. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just thought about that too, because I got people. Oh, Ivy, you think we should get Ivy on the show?
Does he want to be on there?
Yeah, he texted at 7:30. Said, I didn't know he. Yeah, I'm gonna get him. Hold on, let me get him. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the send the link to him. Cause I ain't seen Ivy since wow, forever. He should be coming. Yeah, bro. I was like, that's crazy though. Cause the summer league, like the Cavs, the Lakers, all them teams, like even the Cavaliers look good in the summer league. No lie.
Yeah, they do.
Cause I was like, wow, but Anywho, WNBA news: Kelsey Plum scored 40 points a game. That's amazing. I forgot she is on the Vegas team. That's right. She is on the Vegas team. That's right. I still think it's gonna be, huh?
Go ahead.
I still think they could probably win the WNBA championship again, though. For some reason, though.
The Aces.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Wait, you're not going for the Liberty?
I am.
They got a super team.
They got Sabrina Nescu and Brianna Stewart. So you know they got it. So they know they'll come up with different this season. Because if they had that team last year, they would have been the number 2 seed in the playoffs last year. And Brittany Griner first dunk in the season. You won't see him in the playoffs this year.
Oh man, that's tough. You know, they rarely make any trades in the WNBA.
No, they don't. You're right.
Is she a trade candidate?
I never even seen. I seen people get released, not actually like traded. You know.
Yeah, they got the All-Star game coming up on Saturday, prime time. So
Sabrina Nescu.
We'll see what they got to offer.
Oh yeah. You know, I'll be watching this Saturday on ABC 8:30.
Yeah, we know.
That's the first time they had an All-Star game in prime time. Normally they have it in the afternoon, which is stupid though.
Yeah, it is. Especially if they want to reach a bigger audience. Why not stream that? Why not have it at night?
Like when they had the NBA All-Star game for the men, it's different. They have it on prime time, but when they got the WNBA, you have it in the afternoon, which is stupid though.
Yeah.
I mean, you get more views in prime time than afternoon.
Facts.
I always had a problem with the WNBA games in the afternoon. I always had a problem with that for some reason, though, bro. No lie.
You know, you and me both. They want to reach a big audience. Just have it at night. I mean,
exactly.
More eyes will probably be on the product, especially during this time when it's just like baseball on.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Because I think because it's just like with college football when we was coming up, 12 o'clock games used to be ESPN, ESPN2, and CW for 12 o'clock games. This before Fox had the contract deal with Fox in the Big Ten and the Pac-12. And then ABC came around. You should have like the 3:30 game, and then an 8 o'clock game. That was it for ABC. But now at ABC they got 12 o'clock game, 3:30 game, 7 o'clock game. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, cause I'm like, you mean to tell me ESPN got a 12 o'clock game, ESPN2, CW back then, and CBS had 3:30 game at SEC, and the Pac-10 had Comcast, and then 3:30 came around. ABC had 3:30 game on ABC. That was it. You saw that? Wow, 32 home runs.
Julio Rodriguez.
Yes, bro.
Oh my gosh. It's But they need him in the Bronx right now. What the heck?
I know, man. Imagine we had him with the Yankees, man. We probably would have won it.
We'll get to them later in this podcast. Man.
Yes, bro.
I kind of want to go on a rant on them. But it's.
I'm glad. Actually, speaking of which, I'm glad we're talking about MLB news. So let's check the American League standings right quick for the viewers can see it.
All right, I'll pull it right now.
I can't wait to see this. I've seen it, but some good water, man. Oh Lord! Oh, that's bad for the Yankees, bro. That's bad for the Yankees.
49 and 42 at the All-Star.
That's terrible. Seems like winning the All-Star break. Seems like after you get an All-Star break, they start winning more games for some reason after All-Star break for some reason, though, bro.
It's gotten bad, man.
It's terrible. I never seen Yankees play this bad since 2 years ago?
And the Central's terrible. Yeah. So I was watching the game yesterday against the Cubs, and Aaron Boone chose to take out Domingo Germán when Germán had like 76 pitches.
Right.
And he was actually he was doing good on the mound. Had like a no-hit bid through like 5 innings.
Right.
So take him out. And then that's when it all just went downhill. Gleyber Torres had that huge error.
Mm-hmm.
And it just really cost him the game.
Mm.
And it's like, how? It's a game that the Yankees should have won.
I don't know how they won Saturday, but they fell in the slump yesterday. I'm like, he got 41 home runs, bro.
Julio, yeah.
Yeah. But anywho, getting back to what I was saying, the Yankees, they better do something. They better tighten up after the All-Star break, man.
Well, they fired their hitting coach.
They should have fired Boone.
A team that usually doesn't fire any coaches mid-season fired their hitting coach.
I know, right?
You brought up Aaron Boone getting fired. I think Yankees fans have been clamoring for him to get fired for about 3 seasons now.
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah, it's been 3 years, yeah.
So it might happen at the end of the season. Maybe. Especially if they don't make the World Series.
Or the playoffs.
Definitely they don't make the playoffs. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can pull up the playoff race. It's taking a while for this to load. Oh, here it is. Okay. Got you with this. So in the AL,
Yankees in the hunt.
Yep, Yankees have missed the cut so far. Toronto has jumped them, and it's not unlikely Boston could jump the Yankees if they get hot.
Mm-hmm.
because every team in the AL East is over 500.
Right.
So you're not really out of it in the AL East. So
Okay.
you know,
We still got some. We still got like more games to play, like for September. That's when they get crucial between end of August going to September. That's really what's gonna get crucial on.
yeah, I mean, if you this was the time that you needed to go on a winning streak
Oh yeah,
because Tampa Bay was in a losing streak, had
yeah
a
they were.
losing streak going
Yeah they
on.
were.
They won already
Uh huh.
today. So yeah, that during that period is the time that we should have won games. And then the NL wild card standings.
That
Arizona's in it. Miami is in it. Miami's
that's a
surprising this season.
that's a shocker because Miami they always had a hard time trying to get in the playoff.
Pittsburgh is disappointing. They're 41-49 after starting out hot.
Mm-hmm.
St. Louis is disappointing. The Rockies just need everything. they're
Then
they're
they
still
need
in the
a
wild card run.
they need a whole freaking team.
Basically, yeah. But yeah, that's how the standings are now. It's San Fran, Philly, and Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
San Diego's disappointing. They can't even
Yeah,
sniff. They can't even sniff the playoffs this year.
it's the sorry Padres. Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie. The Yankees, they look so bad on pitcher. They look so bad. They're worse than that 2015 Yankees team. Now I almost made the no, that 2014 team when they lost to Houston in the wild card round.
I read a comment about the Yankees,
All right, go
and
ahead.
it said that Yankees are like on the verge of being a boring team to watch
What?
because they can't score.
Yeah, I mean they can't. You're right. They can't score. You're right. They can't.
They can't score at all. Um, the pitching is good. I think the
Mm-hmm.
pitching is their strength.
All right.
The pitching is good. They can't hit for nothing, and the defense is kind of lacking.
Defense looks
Um,
terrible.
what are they gonna do with Josh Donaldson? Because he's bad. He's batting like 150, I think.
That's
150.
terrible. You need enough
I know he's
attachment
coming
bat
off
better than
an
hey. You need enough attachment bat better than Yankees, and they in the minor league, bro.
like,
Hmm.
but, man, Yankees, man. Yankees. I don't think they can get boring because they're always in the game. They're
Yeah,
always
they.
like
I
they're
mean,
on the verge of winning games
they
all the time.
always like take the lead, and then like the 7th, 8th inning, 1 and 9th inning, they always blow the lead. I've been noticing that for the past year. I watch the Yankees play. They come with the big lead, and then here it comes like the 7th, 8th, and they go to the 9th inning, and they lose that lead because of super error, bro.
So yeah, it's tough for the Yankees. It shouldn't be tough, especially with this team that they have. They should be
Hmm.
dominating. They just can't put it together. And plus,
Right,
injuries have played a factor as well.
right.
They're never fully healthy. So
Yes.
pray for the Yankees.
They need like a whole prayer. The All-Star game is tomorrow.
Sir.
It's 8 o'clock on Fox. This,
You going
yeah,
for?
huh?
Who you going for?
The American League.
Okay, I just checking. Of course, you're going for the American League.
Yankees, bro.
Of course, I feel you.
The Yankees. I respect the National League, but the American League, I respect them more because the Yankees, you know.
I just want to see Acuna. I want to see Acuna play. Yeah, Acuna, man. I think he should be MVP, man. I think he should be MVP this season
You think so?
for the National League. Yeah. Team has 60 wins.
I mean, they are balling out though. No lie.
They're on pace for like 100 plus. It's like winning 100 games in baseball is tough, bro.
It is tough. No lie, it is tough.
Gotta gotta be like the Golden State Warriors back when they won 73 games.
When they broke the Bulls record, man. I know Jordan had to be pissed. Oregon, they still the Pac-12 still ain't come with a new TV deal yet. So they still betting on Oregon and Washington going to the Big Ten, as far as I know. And they talking about Colorado, and this is the thing what Josh said. Houston, UCF, BYU, Cincinnati, to the Big 12, make it the Big 14. Especially if you include Colorado in the mix too, because there's some talk they might go back to the Big 12.
That's huge for the Big 12, actually.
Say what?
I said that's huge for the Big 12, actually.
Yeah. Because Colorado, I heard they were good. I heard they were good in football in the Big 12 back in the day. And ever since they left the Big 12 in 2011, go to the Pac-12, it's like they just fell off, man. I mean, I ain't just down in Colorado, but it's like they don't. I think the Big 12 is I think the Big 12 was more comfortable for them to compete for a Big 12 championship, or maybe the bowl game, even the playoff, you know. Because the Pac-12, it's like USC. They lost their bid to get the Pac-12 champ. They lost their bid to get to the playoff. They losing to USC twice last season, regular season and Pac-12 championship game. Cause they would have been in that top four.
Right.
Like Georgia, it would have been Georgia, Ohio State, TCU, Michigan. But like they lost to Utah the first time, and then they lost to them again in the Pac-12 championship game. It's like with Oregon in 2021. Remember, we lost to Utah at Utah. Then we lost to them in the Pac-12 championship game, real bad. So it's like deja vu repeating itself over and over again, man. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's used for the Big 12 to get these schools coming on. I'm usually a downer when it comes to teams who win conferences, but I can't really complain with this one. It gets Houston on a bigger stage.
They'll be on TV more.
Yeah.
Like USC, UCLA going to Big Ten next year. They're gonna be on TV more now.
Right.
So it's a possibility that the Big Ten is gonna snatch up Washington and Oregon,
Maybe.
which I think it should happen like right now because the Pac-12. Here it is, July. You haven't come up with a new TV deal yet for next year. That's a problem.
Right.
Because I've been saying this for what how many months now on?
A lot of months.
Okay, that's what I thought. Because I would love to see Oregon in the Big Ten with Washington, USC, UCLA battling the Big Ten schools in all sports. So I mean, they'd be on TV more. They'd be in the Big Ten Network, Fox, NBC, and CBS too. So
You know, it's kind of UCF going to the Big 12 gets them on a bigger stage. They haven't really been the same since they went 12-0.
the Scott Frost team,
Yeah.
team. A lot of people was upset with him leaving UCF going to Nebraska.
Well, he had to capitalize off. He capitalized off, what he did at UCF. Got
Yeah,
himself a job in Nebraska.
They fired him though.
But you don't mind that as a head coach. You don't mind that because you're going to a bigger conference.
But think about it, UCF they should have been in that playoff, and they would have had national championship that year.
You see, that's what they think they could beat Clemson.
Nah.
Exactly.
No way. No way.
That's why they didn't put them in.
That's the reason why they still claim as national champions, and then when they beat Washington in the Peach Bowl. But if they was in the playoff, they probably would have got knocked out the first round in the playoff. No lie. I would say probably like a Bama. No. Georgia would have beat them real bad. Like that 2018 postseason. Them, Oklahoma, Georgia, Bama, Clemson. All the teams would beat up on UCF real bad. I'm not even counting it close. During that time period,
Right. Right.
Because you got to think about it. Georgia was coming up hot. Bama had Jalen Hurts and Tua. We didn't know nothing about Tua until the championship game. I ain't know nothing about Matt Jones until 2020.
I mean, they keep these players bench at Alabama. Next man up mentality.
Yup.
So
it just
people didn't know about Jalen Hurts until he started. And now look at him. He just went to the Super Bowl not too long ago.
Yes.
So I'm saying talent can come from anywhere.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everybody has the talent. So yeah, it's good. It's good for the Big 12. It's good for the Big 12, definitely. We'll see what happens, man.
It's a talk. I'm hearing if the Pac-12 starting to collapse in all sports, bro. It's a San Diego State going back to the Mountain West Conference. They knew why, because the Pac-12 have no TV right deals. I think that's why they went back. I think. Oh, what's up, Josh? What's up, Josh? I didn't know you was taking care of business or not. Wait. Oh, there he is. Hey, can you hear us?
He might need to come back on.
Yeah. He need to turn his mic on. Turn your mic on. He can't hear me.
He might just need to come. Yeah, he's coming back. He might come back.
I'm sorry, that was funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But
But these conference alignments starting to get real entertaining.
but yeah,
Because if Oregon and Washington if Oregon and Washington, which is going to happen, if they leave, then Utah might leave. Damn. Hello. Hello.
I got you.
Okay. Hey, Josh. So we talking about conference alignment during our press conference right now. Josh, I know you got some questions to ask about conference alignment. You know.
Man, it seems like the Big 12 is a little bit better than the Pac-12, whatever y'all got going on.
I mean, I might as well just tell you. I know you heard the articles about what's going on with the bull jump, you know, but Oregon, Washington is vetted to go to the Big Ten, and I was telling Owen this early just now because the Pac-12. I've been saying for so many months, the Pac-12 has come up with a new TV deal yet for next year. So I'm thinking they're gonna grab Oregon and Washington to join the Big Ten probably this year coming up. But like last year when they UCLA and USC last year when they tagged them in the mix to go to the Big Ten. I think this is really gonna happen right now because we already saw San Diego State bailed out of the Pac-12, joining the Pac-12. They're going back to the Mountain West Conference. But your boy Colorado, what's the team? Hold on, let's see. UCF, Cincinnati, and Houston going to the Big 12. That's a big step.
Yeah.
But Colorado might go. I got funny. Colorado going to the Big 12 too. They should go back to the Big 12 because I was telling Owen that when they was in the Big 12, they was good. When they joined the Pac-12 in 2011, they just fell off.
Okay, so you think they're gonna be good if they just join the Big 12 and they're just gonna be like that?
Yeah,
I think it'll be like that for recruiting though. I think they'll definitely be on a bigger recruiting scale.
Because I think, be honest with you, I think this is going to happen though, but because the Pac-12, they haven't bringing no good revenue money since they started their own network called the Pac-12 Network. That was like years ago. Well, they ain't had no TV sponsor deals back then with the Pac-12 Network. So I'm thinking like them going to the Big Ten, you get the Big Ten Network, Fox, and CBS and NBC, all the games together for the Big Ten. So what do you think, Josh?
It's tough. I think for Colorado this year, you gotta show wherever you go, you can be competitive. You know, Colorado can go back to the Big 12 right now and still get probably still get
because recruiting because in Colorado for the Big 12, if they go to the Big 12 in Colorado, their recruiting gonna go up. Because now recruiting in Colorado, it's still down there.
They are, yeah, they do recruit, further down, to, those states, like Oklahoma, the Kansas, the Texas, Arizona. But it's like, it's still the understanding of the dominant aspect. Like, we're talking about not just football, not just basketball. We're talking about your other sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, where as a total athletic department, that's what the decision was made over UCF, Cincinnati. It was a 2-year decision, man. These people really put in work in other sports to say that, okay, now we're ready. But they had their dominant sport that was leading off. The dominant sport were, for Houston as well, was basketball and football. Throw in baseball, throw in softball, throw in other teams. But your dominant sports right now showed it was basketball and it was football. So it's like they take those and they're like, all right, we can lead off with here, but we need everybody else to be able to, like you said, recruiting for everyone, not recruiting just for those high key sports, recruiting for everyone. We need it to go up. We need to make our competition, our player skills go up to where when we get down there, we're not getting embarrassed. We're not feeling like, all right, we done did all this for 2 years and then, baseball team losing 13-0, softball team losing, they haven't won a game yet. Tennis team losing, everybody losing, it's like, nah, they researched it. So I feel like if teams like Colorado are going to make the jump, but just know it ain't all cookies and cream.
It's like not the sweat.
Like how it was like years ago. What I'm saying? Teams are gotten better. Like that you didn't think was good, back in the day. Kansas State. So
Kansas, because I'm thinking because it just I had the same situation with Texas A&M leaving the Big 12 going to SEC when Johnny Football was a freshman, and then Texas A&M they got better that year. They beat Alabama. Johnny Manziel's for freshman year. They still won the national championship, but still they still was competitive in the SEC back during that era. Mm-hmm. Not now, but during that era. Well, I don't know what Jimbo Fisher got. That crap he got. I don't know what they got. But
yes. Not too much on Jimbo, man. Not too much on Jimbo.
I'm right on. Come on now. But anywho, I'm Josh. I know what you're saying though, because it's like the same thing with A&T leaving the MEAC going to CAA for all sports. It's like people may not like it though, but it's like But anywho, Josh, I know you got some Jackson State question to ask. I know you do.
Yeah, I've been hearing, some things about quarterbacks, so I just want to get a better understanding of who this new quarterback that y'all have, or who's competing for the job. I just want to get a better understanding of like who this guy is, because I've been hearing some good things, So.
Jason Brown transfer he played at Virginia Tech. He came to South Carolina. Mm-hmm. This dude got a heck of an arm. I mean, he got a velocity that he can throw more than run. It's a whole lot different than Shedeur was last year, 2 years when Shedeur was here. Shout out to Shedeur Sanders, by the way. Hold on, before you say anything, Josh. Before you say anything, hold on. Stop,
no. I was gonna ask about the quarterback.
Oh,
so is he more like a pocket passer, or just,
yes?
He can run. He can run sometimes, but he's more.
He can run. He can run sometimes, but he can throw up in the air. Right, that's what I like about him. No disrespect to Shedeur, he did it. He did his part, but I think that Jason Brown is more explosive than Shedeur.
I actually agree with that because I think Shedeur just need to work on his mechanics.
Because
honestly,
you look back at that first celebration, that first celebration bowl game that we played against South Carolina State with Buddy Pugh, that defense that they played against. Look how many times Shedeur got blitzed so many times.
Look at the offensive line, though. Look at that offensive line.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
It's one of the reasons why Prime didn't want to play bigger schools, because he knew that offensive line. They won't cutting it for. They wasn't 2 years, bro. They weren't cutting it for 2 years.
It was like last year. It was very entertaining, but they still should have won the game. But I was telling my dad this today when we went out to dinner. I was telling him that T.C. Taylor, he came from South Carolina. He came from North Carolina Central. He asked me that he let the MEAC join it, go back to the SWAC. I said yes, but he played at Jackson State in the 90s and during the 2000s. Then he became an assistant at Jackson State before Prime got there. No, I'm sorry. He was at Central first. Then he went back to Jackson State, so he got some MEAC experience. So I'm thinking that we're going to see a Jackson State team, not a show team, but actual team. Josh, you know what I'm saying, though.
I agree. Now it's not a show team anymore.
It's finally a HBCU team than a actual show team. No bull jump.
I agree.
Because finally we can see Jackson State.
Reality TV.
Finally, I know. That's what I said.
Have like finally, a freaking Netflix special.
Finally, we can see no reality shows with TC Taylor. Finally, we can see Jackson State compete and win a sweat and probably win a Celebration Bowl with no cameras. I think that's what the problem was. 2 years Prime was there. Is like he had too much exposure coming to Jackson State. Cameras, Amazon Prime, Barstool. I mean, I ain't have a problem with that though, but it's like these teams are watching what you do every day. So I think Jackson State, we're gonna see a Jackson State team. Not a reality show team, but the actual team. If you guys know what I'm saying, though.
Of course, I agree.
That's the reason why they could have won. That's the reason why 2 years they couldn't win Celebration Bowl because they had too much cameras and exposure. I hate to say it though, but it's the truth though.
It's coming to Colorado. It's coming to Colorado. All that exposure.
He gonna be on. He could probably be on Amazon Prime this season. Though, watch.
I can say this.
I'm not watching them.
Now,
go ahead, Josh.
I believe it was good and bad. The good part about the exposure is we had a whole conversation. One of the best parts about the exposure was we increased the viewership and the knowledge of HBCUs. A lot of people walking around.
That is true. Yes.
They didn't know what a Jackson State was. They didn't know what HBCUs school. They didn't know what the acronym meant. The acronym meant. They didn't know because they just didn't know, and some people didn't care. But until Prime,
no, you're right. They didn't care.
He just, he created more of the fanfare, and it was good for the city of Jackson.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was happy that Jackson State was winning.
So it was good, exactly as we see. Come on, like, bruh, we are not from Mississippi, like but we rock with HBCUs.
Of course,
we don't have the love that some people may have who's from Mississippi or went to Jackson State. Like they do, because we just, we rock for our own school that we root for, So
yeah. By
Prime bringing that to Jackson State and Prime bringing that the shadow. First of all, let's be real, man. Let's just be real. Let's cut all the chase, all the junk. If Prime didn't bring exposure to Jackson State, a lot of these kids that went to these rival schools, they wouldn't be there.
Exactly.
If Prime, I'm listening, they would now. Now we're not going to just say Prime was doing it because we heard the possibility of Mikey Williams when he was like, I'm looking at HBCUs too, and then they tried to put Bronny in there and try to say he was HBCUs, and then it was his other Josh Christopher who went to
I remember him.
He's on the state. He went to Howard and he visited, and I was like, the way he played at Arizona State just to play with his brother, he could have went to Howard and played the same the whole time and just went to the league, went to the NBA, which I know he wanted to play with his brother, but I was like, you could have changed the game. What's his name?
Yeah, you're right about it.
Maker, who ended up going to Howard, ended up playing a season. He's trying to get into the league. One of the Maker brothers, relatives, yeah. I think he playing overseas. I don't know what happened to him, but it just for the more of the effect of guys wanting to go to HBCUs, Prime brought that. On the bad side, real quickly, the bad side was overexposure for. I
mean, it was like
team that just wasn't ready. A team that wasn't.
It
ready.
Was just like when they had that spring season. And this one Shador finished his state championship run with Trinity. And I think I told you this, Josh, when they won the state championship and when Prime went to Jackson. I said they're gonna have a good spring season, but come the fall, the only loss they had was against um Louisiana Monroe. That was it. That was a money game right there. That was close. But when they went to Celebration Bowl the first time, that's when Coach Prime like he didn't know what to do. I'm just saying true facts though. I'm not this down the man, but
it's true. You know, he
he didn't
wasn't.
he didn't come like a HBCU head coach did in the past, you know. But he was still fresh in the water, trying to get in the water with the SWAC in the Celebration Bowl. But
I believe even as a college coach, I don't
right.
feel like he came to the point of being a college coach. I don't think even at a HBCU he could have went to another mid-major school and coached. You know what I'm saying? I feel like even as a college coach, he didn't show us that it was there yet. And I didn't personally see it. You know, reference to, I just felt like it was no reason why they lost that.
It's like
South Carolina State. South Carolina State was a better team.
That defense,
they had
but
NBA
if you,
play. They had NBA
I see, because I seen Norfolk State play. I seen Norfolk State play South Carolina State for the MEAC championship game in Norfolk State, and Jackson State they did it. Yeah, They played Southern that Saturday night at Norfolk State game, and I think I told you this, Josh. I said if Jackson State ends Southern Street, they're gonna win their SWAC championship. And since I remember the scenario, the weekend scenario, it was like before it's before they played South Carolina State, and Norfolk State played they played somebody. They beat Delaware State, and South Carolina State they had to get like a South Carolina win or loss just to stay alive for the MEAC championship.
Yeah, they needed any helps and options and stuff like
and
that.
Morgan State had to get a win just to help Norfolk State get in the standings, which I think they did though. And Norfolk State had to take care of business for South Carolina State, which they didn't know. But South Carolina State, they won. It was like a MEAC playoff. That's what I call the MEAC conference. It's like a playoff for the HBCU for MEAC. Because Trinity Central, they had to be they beat Central. They beat Central that year, just to stay alive for the MEAC championship. And they had to play Norfolk State. Then they beat Norfolk State, and then they had an off week that week for championship week, and Jackson State won, and they played South Carolina State. That's you know. But I think it was too much exposure for Jackson State for that team though.
Yeah, it was.
But we're gonna see an actual team. So TC Taylor, he used to coach in MEAC. So I think we're gonna see like the new staff is in. So I think it's a whole lot team than the show team.
Gonna see.
We're gonna see. Guard the yard, so you know. Because TC Taylor, he getting all the transfer portals in and the recruiting. So they still good. Because I'm still rolling with Jackson State though. I'm still rolling with Jackson State. They playing South Carolina State rematch of the Celebration Bowl 2 years ago. I think we're gonna see a team this year when they play South Carolina State. I think we're gonna see a team then a show team.
I believe that, you know. So we're gonna have to wait to see it, you know.
Because Norfolk State, I just hope Norfolk State can just bounce back.
I don't know what they got going on.
Because they got Virginia State first game of the season at 2:00 and Dick Price Stadium at 2:00. I was shocked they playing at 2:00 instead of 6:00 like they used to. Yeah. No bull jump.
2:00.
I saw that. Yeah.
You for real? Can't really see, but
Yeah, 2:00.
yeah.
That's a shocker for that time. But check this out. They gotta play Hampton.
It's hot.
They gotta play Hampton at 6:00
the next week.
The next week, and then they gotta go to Temple, then Townsend. Where's Townsend at? Where is that? Where's Townsend at? Is that Virginia? That's America. Okay. The A&T. Well, they got one.
Okay, let's
two.
go back. All right, let's go back to Virginia State. Is that a win? Yes or no?
Yeah,
is that a win?
It is. I think it is.
They should beat them. It's it's no ifs or buts about it.
So let's go down to Hampton. They play Hampton at Hampton. They owe them.
No.
They owe them.
They do. I mean, you're right because the Battle of the Bay. It's a rematch from last year when I went there last year.
They owe them.
There was a long line. No bull jump. Now Temple, they're not being Temple. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we ain't gonna worry about that.
now Townsend, I don't know.
Should be Towson.
A&T, no.
So they're losing against Towson and they're losing against A&T. They're losing.
I got the winning against Towson. I got the winning against Towson.
Winning against Towson, and then okay.
A&T.
Then come back to lose against A&T. Okay.
Yeah.
Then they got to go. Then they got to go on the road at Tennessee State. Eddie George.
Losing that.
Eddie George.
I think they're losing that, man.
That could be a great upset that they can get.
What conference Tennessee State is in anyway? What conference they in?
They are in the Ohio Valley, if not mistaken. I don't know.
I think so.
I know they're not in the SWAC because I wouldn't know something about it.
They need to be. They need to be a part.
They need to be. They're pretty good, man.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're good. So they got to go at Howard, October the 21st.
Okay.
In DC.
Homecoming. All right.
Then they gotta go to then Morgan State come to town. I want to say that's homecoming too. I think
the 28th. Yeah, so that would be
Central. They gotta go at Central.
They're playing 3 good teams back to back. Now, come on. Come on.
Then they got to go at.
Are we seeing a winning year this year? Now, this is what you just said. You said Howard, Morgan, and then Central. That's literally insane.
But check this out, though. You might not like this. At Delaware State.
That was competitive last year too, right?
Yeah,
it was.
Then South Carolina State end of the season for the MEAC championship.
Come on, guys, we gotta be optimistic, man. We gotta cheer the team on. Norfolk State alumni coming up, man.
Hit me. Exactly. I'm going for an undefeated season in my head, but I'm here. Listen to they gotta look at us like, yo, I believe they gotta when the MEAC conference comes and the conference what y'all call it, the media day or whatever. How is Norfolk State not had a harder schedule?
I mean, they got less money get.
When it comes to conference play, just the scheduling, how it's made, how does Norfolk State not had a harder schedule in weeks?
But check this out. They got less money games than last year. They had too many money games last year. I had a big problem with Norfolk State playing too much money, getting the check. I had a problem with that. And then I told you my situation at Norfolk State Hampton game last year.
Yeah.
You know my story. I told you the story.
Yeah. Man. Norfolk State got I believe.
They got one of the easy schedules.
One of the hardest schedules to me.
I'm telling you, they losing Hampton, man. Ooh.
I feel like it's so much of a rivalry. They can sneak one out of there.
I mean, you saw how Tennessee beat Alabama in the conference play, so it can't happen though.
Tennessee was good.
good team. Well, they had a stack team.
Yeah, you're right.
But I feel like just for the hype of the game, obviously they can sneak one at Hampton.
If they lose at Hampton, bro, I'm gonna be like, what did we just said?
Not if we lose to State, then I'll be like,
that's a problem.
Well, what's going on here? But I don't see that happening, and I don't see us losing to Hampton. I see, me personally, I see them having a decent year. I see it. Them having a decent year this year. I can go ahead and claim that. I just don't know who throwing the ball.
That's the problem, because he kept running 2 quarterback system last year that did not work. You can't do that. You cannot do that for a HBCU or even a MEAC school, even a SWAC school. You can't do that. That's like Josh. That's like you throwing you like Clemson, so that's like you throwing what's your quarterback? I forgot your quarterback name for Clemson for football. Owen, help me out.
I don't know our new starter now. That's Owen.
Owen.
Well, possible starter.
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to use a Power 5 school that cannot use 2 quarterback system compared them to Norfolk State.
But you don't see Power 5. You don't see Power 5 teams use 2 quarterbacks at all.
Oh, I gotta tell y'all something. Watch out for Stephen McGee, former Oregon Duck running back. He's at Jackson State. Watch out for him. He got explosive speed. He came in with me. Watch out for him, because
that's good. That's good. He went down there for sure. Facts.
I seen him.
They needed another running back to replace what's his name, Wilkinson, whatever. Yeah. So
because Stephen McGee, he lost his reps out to Bucky Irvin last year, and he tried to get his spot back, and he transferred. Which I couldn't blame him for transferring. I would have done the same thing myself. Coach named me the starter. You let me lose to Georgia week 1, and you put me like number 2. No.
Nah, he getting reps now. He getting reps.
But Stephen McGee, I'm telling you, he's gonna be so explosive for that running game for Jackson State. I got a crazy suspicion that they might beat South Carolina State for some reason, though. Real close.
I think they can.
I
don't know who South Carolina State returning this year, but I think they can.
But Buddy Pugh, he stepped up in recruiting in the Carolina area, though.
For sure. But use Jackson State. They got the whole Mississippi. They got the Louisiana. They got
Colorado players.
They got Colorado players. They got
one Oregon player.
Other D1 players. Yeah. So Power 5. So yeah, for sure.
But we can finally see Jackson State being like a team than the show team.
You're stuck on that point. You're stuck on the point. I get it. I got you. You want to see them become a regular team.
Competitive.
But they needed to, they needed some exposure, which
they did.
I agree. I want to just promote that. I want to promote that. But at the same time, yes. So, but the thing about it is, you don't know that what you're really, 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 really saying. So what you're really saying is we finally can see a team that's really coached football, X and O's, really analytic. Oh, you put up hands. Okay.
Whoa. So wait. So you mean to tell me that Deion is just impersonating as a head coach?
I'm trying to see what Rashawn is. If Rashawn is like that, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying.
I don't want to get.
Coach.
I don't want to get negative though, but
what was his credentials really? Just coaching Trinity High School, and then playing NFL career. Was that really his credentials?
You want me to say that, but I'm not trying to say that though. Cause I love Coach.
I agree, and
I love Coach Prime.
It's the love over here, so I'm not going to get you to,
to say it,
slander. No. I don't want you to do that. all I'm asking is, when you make that statement of just saying, okay, we're getting a team and not a show team. What in our reality, they have a new coach, TC Taylor. He didn't play. I don't believe he didn't play NFL. He has just a common pedigree. Played college football
because he played the Patriots like one time, but he got hurt though. Then he retired. Okay. He got in the coaching clinic.
Okay.
When he was coaching with Central. Oh, coaching at Jackson, then Central, and now he's back at Jackson. So he got what it take to take down these MEAC teams though.
Okay, so that's what I'm just trying to get. I'm trying to get at, like, when we talk about the show stuff, I just want to we can have this conversation, for all of us. And I already know one person on this panel have already said how they feel. One person already said how you feel in reference to when we talk about coach. So and I know you said you're gonna kind of play the devil's advocate. You ain't gonna really talk about it. Cool. But me, I get what you're saying. I finally understand what you're saying. I get it. We get a team that we can see that's coached straight. Crazy that I'm saying it because I love switch.
Because you got to remember.
That.
I mean, they're gonna make the Netflix special pretty soon about Colorado. Following
because they already talking about that for Amazon Prime. Because because it's like
never ends.
Oh, everybody follow me on Threads, man. For the viewers watching, check out the app. Download the app Threads.
We need to make a Threads.
Yeah,
we're gonna make a Threads.
You should make a Threads.
You should.
For the channel. Yeah, we should.
Make a page and then get it on Threads, and y'all gotta follow us for sure.
Yeah, follow Rashawn. Link in bio.
Follow V, because
link down in the description.
Because I look because when they first started Celebration Bowl, like my junior year, like your senior year, Josh, the only team that was winning was Grambling. Yeah, it was just Grambling because
Grambling.
They faced A&T.
Alcorn won.
Yeah.
And came back. A&T just started going crazy. So, yeah.
And then like Jackson State, I heard about the band, but I ain't heard nothing about the football team till Prime. No, let me take that back. Since 2019.
Jackson State was dead in the water, I think.
I heard about the band.
Yeah, it was all band.
And
just the ACC.
The Sonic Boom. Yeah. The Sonic Boom. Because they used to win the
No. The Sonic Boom Jackson. I thought it was oh yeah, it is Jackson. Go ahead.
Home run.
I'm sorry, but
I'm thinking about something else.
Now, Josh, you think about the jukebox. That's Southern.
Exactly. You know exactly what I was thinking about. That's Southern. My bad.
You good? Hey, I got you. That's
lost my band pedigree. I used to be on it. I didn't fell off. So yeah. Continue.
Hey, that's what I'm here for. But because it's like because I love Coach Prime. I love what he did with HBCUs, not including Jackson, but all HBCUs like the MEAC, the SWAC, being on ESPN Plus. But I think we're gonna see Jackson State be more competitive than it was before Prime was there. Because in the 90s and 2000s, they was competitive in the SWAC. But I can see Jackson State being really good this year. Because guard the yard. That's all I gotta say. Guard the yard. Because TC Taylor got the right staff in. He got the quarterback coach from Central and Duke. He coached at Central and he coached at Duke. Because and he played at Central too. Oh man, I think we're seeing a different Jackson State team I know Josh tired. I know Josh sick of tired of me saying show team.
Nah. I'm not tired of it. Like I thought I was because I get what you're saying. I got you. You want to see some football.
I want because
you want to cut all the noise, and let's see what you really about.
Exactly.
I got you.
Because it's like I didn't mind it last year. I ain't mind it like 2 years, but it's like last year it got it was too much. Being on Amazon Prime, being on Barstool in the spring season, and being in regular season on Barstool, it's the teams are watching what they do, what they practice, how they do. I mean, they were watching, and I think South Carolina State was watching. I really do think so. Central was watching. What you think, Josh?
Clearly. So we're gonna see.
But imagine if TC Taylor win a championship, bring a championship, celebration championship to Jackson, something Prime couldn't do. Imagine that would have happened this year.
That'd be a lot of people have something to say.
Oh yeah. Now if they would have won last year, Coach Prime last game, they would have won. We wouldn't have the conversation right now. But they didn't win. We gotta have this conversation, Because we got defensive coordinator from Alcorn. Yeah, we got a new offensive coordinator. So it's a whole lot of changes. Because I don't see how Stephen McGee gonna look in Jackson State colors, bro. Week 0 against South Carolina State.
Man, gonna look like some money.
I mean, he ran like D'Anthony Thomas when he was at Oregon, his freshman year and sophomore year. Josh got a mouth open like, what? You know I'm right. See, you hadn't seen him. I seen him.
Here, I got you. And I'm going to I have to go look up his highlights now. Because you just said D'Anthony Thomas.
He fast.
That was your guy back then. That was
him, LaMichael James.
You said LaMichael James. You said you'll compare him. But I imagine if you said Tavon Austin, though. And that was your guy. If you said that, I probably would have had to leave it again because you said he reminds you of say the person again that you said.
D'Anthony Thomas.
That kid was fast as a child. Yeah. He was smoking people as kids. Shout out to Snoop Dogg for the Snoop Dogg League. Snoop Dogg showed me who D'Anthony Thomas was. Even before D'Anthony Thomas was D'Anthony Thomas, the one that we know now. So
I'll give you one, Josh. He was an Oregon Ducks quarterback in 2009 to 2010 before he got suspended. No, 2009, 2011 before he got suspended for 2012 season. Darren Thomas. You probably know who that is. That's why you're looking at me.
Did you just tell me who it was after I just say I knew who he was?
Darren Thomas. Now that dude, he controlled Chip Kelly offense from 2009 to 2011.
Okay.
Darren Thomas.
Okay.
Because what happened for some reason when we lost, we should have won the national championship with him, but kept the Auburn defense, man. But before the 2012 season, he got suspended for some type of I think it was like a drug, like DUI, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's why they started Marcus Mariota.
Okay.
Because I like Darren Thomas when he was playing quarterback. Because I said, finally, Oregon got a black quarterback that Chip Kelly recruited to Oregon. Because I never seen a black quarterback to Oregon until I saw Darren Thomas. No lie, no, the true story.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that worked out because Mariota, went on.
Because Chip Kelly wanted to move him to wide receiver his freshman year.
Who?
Darren Thomas.
Mm.
I guess because he understood his tempo offense. That's why they named him the starter. And Jeremiah Vasoli, I liked him before he transferred, bro. Because between him, with Jeremiah Vasoli, Darren Thomas, I wasn't a big fan of Vernon Adams once Marcus Mariota went to the NFL. I wasn't a big fan of him. He stayed. He kept turning the ball over about 3 or 4 times every season, though, bro. Like, come on now.
Mm.
Justin Herbert,
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Brown, transfer from Boston College. He got exposed in Utah twice in the regular season game, Utah, and the Pac-12 championship game. We just fell off the Pac-12 championship game. We just fell off that year. The only game that saved Mario Cristobal's job was against Ohio State. He beat Ohio State to save his job. They were on the verge on the hot seat on him, and he would have won the Pac-12 championship game. That's how he ended up back in Miami. But I think I still got Miami winning 6 games though.
Doesn't win 6.
Probably 4. I don't know.
Dang. Come.
Because the ACC it's more like a basketball conference. I'm starting to realize that because it's more. How can I say this? It's more competitive than basketball season for ACC, but kind of football.
It is, but it do got some good football highlights in there. It's not like the Big East or something like that. That's trash.
Yeah.
How many schools plays football in the Big East? Like, it's not.
I mean, Josh is right though.
That's a great question. How many? I'm asking y'all. Like, how many schools in the Big East plays football? Do they even?
They got the American Conference now because I mean Louisville was in the American Conference. They left the Big East. It used to be Miami.
I don't think the Big East plays football.
Yeah,
no, they don't.
Like, how many schools,
they don't.
No, they do. They do. Because Connecticut has a football team. They're really bad, but they won. I think they won a couple games last year. Does DePaul have a football team? I don't think so.
It's just like when Miami was in the big. It's just like when Virginia Tech was in the Big East with Syracuse, West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Pittsburgh. This in Miami was on top in 2000. That conference used to rule the conference of football. No bull jump.
Yeah, no, but got some good football moments. Nah, they not. They more cater towards basketball, but they're not bad football. But you got Clemson in there. You got Clemson. You got Miami. You got Virginia Tech. You got.
I'm still kind of shocked Miami not playing Virginia Tech this football season.
Wait, hold up. How y'all not talking about how football doesn't reign supreme in ACC? Yet they're sending top 10 picks to the NFL draft.
I'm not the one who said that.
I'm not the one who said it either. I didn't say nothing about that. No, I didn't.
Rashawn.
Huh?
You said it. Like,
oh yeah, I did. My bad. I did. I'm tripping.
Like, it's not that bad when clearly like
because they're gonna have Drake May from North Carolina probably taking the 2nd overall pick.
Probably go to Washington. I think they got Bo Nick on the Packers in the next year's draft.
Packers.
Yeah,
quarterback.
Yeah.
They got Jordan Love.
But you know how the mock draft they change every month. But I can't wait to have our own college football show on Wednesday nights, bro. I can't wait for that, bro.
So you can say stuff like that. So you
No.
can say ACC don't produce. Come on. I can't believe I almost fell into that, man. I'm glad Owen's here. I'm glad Rondo 757 can keep me away.
The straight man of the podcast. What can I say?
From following, keep me away from following Fashawn, Coach Fashawn 757, because I was going right into there.
You had the nerve to call yourself a coach. What the heck is wrong with you?
Come on. Come on. Nah. He only well.
But I can't wait to talk about the playoff and especially immediate week for all the conferences. So I can't wait. Because
I can't wait till Miami and Oregon makes you mad, and you'll be like, "What is wrong with you guys?" Especially Miami.
I think Oregon. I think we can probably only games we might lose to probably Utah and probably USC. And we might beat Washington.
We're gonna lose to Washington. Washington's gonna be sneaky good this season.
And we playing at this stadium too.
Washington's gonna be really good this season.
What about I got one. I think USC they're gonna make some noise again.
USC,
Caleb.
I think USC is gonna go undefeated.
They might win the Pac-12. They might. Hey, they did go undefeated until they lost to Utah last year. But Utah got that defense, man. They got them. Their defense is big, bro.
Caleb Williams is gonna cruise to the number 1 pick.
Heisman.
It's gonna be undoubted. You know.
Heisman,
number 1 pick. Then he's gonna suck in the NFL because his team is gonna be terrible. It's a cycle. Trevor went through it with Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's true though. For the viewers watching, appreciate a special sponsor brought to you by Brothers Restaurant. By the way, you can come in there, dine in, get some food, listen to music, jazz, comedy shows. Josh, he can tell you, you know.
All of that and then some. Come down to the good old brothers to get.
Shout out to Tony Brothers, by the way, man.
Shout out to Tony Brothers.
If you listening, man, hey.
Good guy.
You showed us a good Norfolk. But what's that word, Josh? Is it mentality? Like a good time?
I said good, yeah, just a good time, you know.
Yeah, good time. Yeah, good time. Yeah. Cause I was amazed by the food, no lie. But whoever cooked that chicken, man, platinum. Sure, cause I be saying, hey, you can't eat that down in Eugene, man.
Nah, you ain't getting that in Eugene. I know it's probably some good spots, of course, but nah, not down. It's all Norfolk right there.
You can't get that. That's that Southern mentality, you know. No lie. Come on down to Brothers Restaurant, man. Come on down to Brothers Restaurant. You know, I should be y'all spokesperson, man.
Come on, one more time. Let me get that, because I gotta clip it.
Okay. If you love music, jazz, having a good time, come on down to Brothers Restaurant, man. And meet 20 brothers, man. If you love food, come on down to Brothers Restaurant, man. You know, that's down in Norfolk, not too far from Augusta Mall.
Yes, sir.
And other than that, like, subscribe. Don't forget to follow my account, the Threads.
The
Threads.
What he needs to say is follow socials down in the description. You know.
No. And also you can catch us on Wednesdays. Not this Wednesday, but going into College Football Media Week. Catch us on Wednesday nights at 9 o'clock for our own college football show during the season. This could be the new home for college football, powered by StreamYard on YouTube TV. If you don't have YouTube TV, go ahead and buy it so you can watch us on TV, man. You know. Other than that, shout out to Jackson, Oregon, Miami, HBCUs, etc. You know. Other than that, you know how we do, y'all. 1,
2, 3.
Boom! Boom!
Actually,
No, he punched the camera. This man punched the camera. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. That was kind of funny though. But anywho, man. We'll see y'all next Monday night. You know, on StreamYard on YouTube, powered by YouTube TV. Other than that, we'll see y'all next Monday night at 9 o'clock. We love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
All right.